Yo, what's good, guys? So today we're making an Unreal game in an hour. So yeah, already into it. What I'm doing right now is I'm whiteboxing the level, which pretty much means like getting a basic idea of what the level's going to look like, right? So I plan to have like a ramp, and the goal of the game is to get to the top of the ramp, which is what I'm building here. And yeah, so I'm making the walls quite big, and yeah, my overall goal, and as you can see, I'm being blinded right here, so I've got to make a material to act as some light, pretty much. And there you go. Now it's looking like a decent white box. So my goal is to have these balls, which I made in Blender, very easy, to like roll down the hill, and the goal as the player is to avoid them all as they're rolling down and get to the top. So yeah, it's quite a simple concept, but I think it'll be quite fun. And yeah, I've only got an hour to do this. Well, I only had an hour because I'm doing a voiceover now. And yeah, so this is the code for the balls right here. Just adding some code. And I plan to make the balls disappear after a certain amount of time so it doesn't just completely lag and get impossible. And yeah, that's what I'm coding right here. What I did do here is I made a big mistake, made a little blunder, because yeah, you're not supposed to open the level like just on event begin play. You're really supposed to open the level on hit, which I'll get into later, because I may make a big mistake later about that. So yeah, like I'm just testing it right now. That's what I was doing. And yeah, so as you can see, it rolls and disappears after a certain amount of time, which is what we want, right? So that is all good. Now I've got to add the first person character content pack as well. And first of all, I make the other level. This level is going to act as the menu level, I guess you could say, just so then the game isn't constantly running. And yeah, we'll just place a cube here, and I'll get back to that later. So yeah, now I decided not to include any cuts in this video, just so that it makes it more interesting, in my opinion. Tell me what you guys think if anyone's watching this, like if what you think of this video, because yeah, it's something different, and yeah, I just thought it might be interesting, you know, like see me make a game. So yeah, back to this level, just got flashbanged, like whoa. So yeah, like what? So pretty much what I want to go ahead and do is I want to like make the balls spawn at the top and they'll roll down. So I've just like imported the first person character, which I was talking about earlier, and yeah, it wasn't working here because I made a mistake with the balls, right? Because it wasn't on touch, it was on, so it was just always teleporting me to the menu level, and I couldn't really figure out. I even restarted Unreal because of this, and I was starting to like panic because it wasn't going to happen in an hour, you know, like this whole thing, it wasn't going to take place in an hour, but luckily it did. So it's an hour. It's in 8 times speed, so you can slow it down. It's actually a bit less than an hour, the whole recording thing, but I did do some polishing off camera. But yeah, so getting flashbanged, and as you can see, just keeps on erroring up. It just keeps on teleporting me to the menu level because yeah. So this is the menu design, the UI. I obviously made it in the best software imaginable, MS Paint as it's called. So yeah, tell me what you guys think of this menu design. It's the loading screen I'm making right here. Loading. And yeah, like I thought it'd be quite funny. Just you died. That's there. And I just thought it'd be quite funny, really, because it's quite funny. And I made the you win. Drew like a little stick figure for some reason. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, back here again. And I was trying to add a hitbox. And as you can see from this, the hitbox did not work because it just like it's just like too small, really, and the ball was too big, and the collisions were a bit of a nightmare. And I kept on trying to make it bigger, as you saw here, but then I realised that you can just like call the hits from the actual ball, which I just did there, and there you go. Now it works every time. So now if you hit the ball, you get teleported back to the menu level, which is what we want. And here I'm making the spawner. It's very easy to do. I even made a tutorial on this. So yeah, we'll put some of those there, and just got to move them up. And yeah, now they're rolling in. So I want to I want to add a delay, just there's loads of them, and it's quite important to get that right. And just then there's a constant flow of them going in, and yeah, it's just there's a delay. I originally wanted to do it 1 second, but as you saw, that got out of hand real fast. So yeah, like now I decided to make the ramp a bit bigger because they weren't really rolling that fast, and like it needs to be a bit of fun, right? A bit difficult, but not impossible. And yeah, I made it a bit steeper, and now they roll a lot faster, which is what I was looking for really. And I made it respawn every 15 seconds, and I added a few more spawners just here and there. So now it's difficult, but not too stupid. Right, so now I'm making the UI. It's the last stretch right now, making the UI, and got to make the buttons work correctly. And yeah, like we're making the quit button, like making the play button, and yeah, like it's my first video like this, guys, of me doing a voiceover of me making a game. And if this gets any views, I might make a devlog of another update, another hour spent on this game, I guess. Should be quite fun. But yeah, like I spent some time trying to get that to work, and I kept on messing up like the blueprint. But it's all good now because I've even made it so like it shows up you died and teleports you back to the lobby, and now we've got the gameplay loop sorted, which is quite nice really. So I'm happy to have that, and there's the you win, and yeah, here I'm adding to viewport like all the widgets, and there you go, I'm adding the hitbox of the winning hitbox, and yeah, there we go, that is pretty much done. Just added some extra colours, and here's my final thoughts of the old game. So that was the time lapse. I think this game's quite cool really, like it's got quite cool song. Let me talk. Quite a cool concept to it, and the difficulty is quite hard, but I do end up beating it later on in this clip, so spoiler alert, I guess you could say. But yeah, like I like it. I think this game could be improved by like adding some audio to the game and maybe some better textures, honestly. But I like the menu, it's quite funny. Gives me a laugh every time I look at it. And I think there should be like a little crosshair in the middle. That'll make it cool. But yeah, honestly, like it's a cool game. Like considering I made this in an hour, like just proves how good Unreal is, doesn't it? Like it really does prove that Unreal is kind of fun sometimes. Like I should remove the like lighting and the sun because that's not necessary here. And as you can see, I'm only getting like 76 frames a second, 64, 62, all that. So yeah, like I'm gonna like remove those. Just the frame rate runs a bit better. And yeah, if you want to play this game, I might release it. You never know. Like I guess I could. Like don't see any problem with that. And yeah, like yeah, give it a play. It's not that good at the moment, but I will add some more stuff in the future, which is quite cool. And yeah, that's about it really. Like there you go. I made it to the end. So yeah, that is about it. And the quit button works. And yeah, see you later, guys.